Well, hello, Coffee Time friends. We're coming to you a little later than usual. A lot later than usual. But, you know, life happens. We had things we had to get done after church, so we didn't get home until not too long ago. And that's what you call when life happens. But we're here now, and we're going to have supper. We could call this lunch, because I didn't get no lunch.
I didn't get no lunch either.
But we had a good breakfast. Mama made a good breakfast. Tell me what you made, Mama.
Oh, we had toast and bacon and eggs.
And
Grits.
grits. My mama is a grit lover now.
Oh.
You all have seen the transformation right here.
So all I've done so far, my flour is put salt and pepper. You can see the
Salt and pepper. And y'all's ranch is going in.
And this is the a little bit of, that's enough.
We put ranch on everything. Show
A
you,
little
Mama.
bit of onion, garlic, Southern Secrets.
Southern Secret's the best.
And
And we are sponsored by y'all. And we appreciate them. And they do a good product. And we enjoy it very, very much.
And all I'm doing, just mixing it all up using my fingers.
Let me show y'all one thing. And I'm not going to do this, but one time. And the reason I'm doing it, I've already done it. This is a big old meat mallet. It's smooth on one side. It's divoted on the other side. You can use a various different things. Some people use a hatchet. Different people use different things. This was 3 little pieces of meat when I started. They were little round steaks. Someone asked me the other night about round steaks. They were about this big, weren't they, Mama?
Yeah.
But they were about that big.
They were
And
good.
so I cut some of them in half. Some of them I just mashed out. But this is what you use. And all you do is I take the smooth side and go to the side like this and kind of get it tenderized. And I do it a lot harder than this. Then I turn it over and I use this perforated side. And down I go with it all over it. And I get it smattered out. But that tenderizes it, makes it almost like cube steak. But that little thing right there does the job. But I usually hit it with a good...
Whack.
So,
Okay,
didn't want to do that to y'all all as long as it took me to do this. That's for sure. And you can use a piece of saran wrap over top of it. It usually holds up really nicely. Mama, let's trade places. I'll put my stuff over here and put your stuff right there where you can get to it.
Good fella.
So this is just browning the meat. I mean, this is just flouring the meat, getting ready to brown it. This is no dredge. This is just flour dredge. No buttermilk. No liquid of any kind. The meat is moist. It'll hold on to that flour. Mom, did you put any cornstarch in that?
No, I didn't.
Uh-oh. Cornstarch will help hold it on there and it won't fall off. So put a little bit of cornstarch in there. That will keep you from losing all your goodie, your breading. We call it goodie. You ever heard such? You don't want to lose all your goodie off there. And that's all there is to flouring your round steak. Someone asked the question Friday night, how can I fix round steak? Right here it is. This is the best way there is to fix the round steak.
I'm going to put just a tablespoon, but I'm going to pick that up and mix it up.
Tablespoon of cornstarch going in. Now in this little small kettle, I'm going to put one little pint of peanut beans. This is canned peanut beans. Mama canned them. They've got a pinkish sheen to them. The camera don't pick up as much. But that's going to go in there. And the only thing we'll do with that is add a little salt and a little bacon grease. Now this is Mama's beans, so I don't drain them. Canned green beans, I don't drain that off. We just use that water. If it was a store-bought can, we'd drain them and rinse them. But we'll put a little salt in here. Your salt to your flavor. But we'll put just a little salt in here. Enough so you can taste it. And Mama will put a little bacon grease in that. And that'll be that. Did you get your stuff mixed in this time?
Mm-hmm.
Now this is going to be good and hopefully tender. Sometimes you just can't do anything with it, it seems like, but if you tenderize it yourself, it's going to be tender. Now this meat was a special, so our store has it. So Mama picked it up, really not knowing what we were going to do with it, because she thought about maybe even having beef stew, or what else could you have had, Mama?
I made a soup off from it.
Soup.
Cut it up.
So, since we didn't eat today, and we're just trying to settle in here and get a meal in, we decided we want some taters, green beans, and some steak. And we're going to use don't confuse this with our favorite. This is Campbell's
One of my friends gave me that.
mushroom gravy. Campbell's mushroom gravy. Not cream of mushroom. It's just Campbell's mushroom gravy, and we're going to pour that over it. Mama decided she could try that, and she didn't like the mushrooms. She would pick them off. Ooh, it looks so good. Y'all use this already? I don't know that we've ever used the mushroom gravy in the Campbell's can. But I can already tell you I will be, because look how rich that is and thick. Mama, that's going to be delicious. You'll put that in sort of at the
I'll get
end.
you on over. I'll put the
Sort of at the end. Want you, Mama?
Yeah.
It won't take this long to fry. We'll go there and look at it as soon as she gets it floured up and took over there. We'll go there and look at it. That makes a good steak sandwich. I was just thinking that, Brent. I looked at that when I opened it, and I thought, that looks like something that would go on, like if there's any steak left, put that over that, with some French bread. I'm looking forward to the leftovers. Hey, John and Mama from Ohio. Hey, Jason, how are you? Hey, Diane. Hey, Sally. Dee Renee, hello. Hey, I wanted to tell y'all, I was so surprised we hit 175. Mama was wanting to get that before Christmas, just as a little fun thing. And y'all did it. We've got 175,000 of you all on our team. And we appreciate each and every one of you. It helps us when you share it out. And it's just the more that we can share with, and the more we get in the group, the better it seems to be. So y'all just keep on sharing, right, Mama?
Where did you get this little thing, too?
That was one of the nice lifestyle.
Oh, that real thick one.
Did you hear me when I said they got to 175?
Yes, I've been tickled about
Mama
it.
was there. I said, Mama, they did it. And she said, what? And I said, once you're kidding
I
me.
really know they could, but I was just excited.
Mama said, you're kidding me. It's not even Christmas. I said, I know. So we appreciate it. We really do. There's a lot of pages out there that have a lot more followers than we are, and we're not in competition with them at all. It's just everybody wants everybody to get on and join in, and the more you have, the better it is. And we appreciate you. We really, really do. Y'all are a big part of our day, and we look forward to seeing you always. Now, this is going to be one of those super simple suppers. Just browning a little bit of meat up, putting that gravy over it, can of green beans, and some taters. But it's going to be delicious. And I think we've got some Sweet 16 rolls over there, Mama.
They might be.
We call them that. They're those no bake, no heat rolls. Mama bought some of those. Those would be good with little sandwiches. Whoever said that, that's a good idea. Now, we're just having the green beans, so you could do corn. You could do a can of corn. You want corn, Mama? No. Mama's a meat and two kind of gal. Not a meat and three, are you, Mama? Let's go over here and see what she's doing. She may run us out. Now, I'm telling you, the chances are good that we may get run out. We may get run out. Mama, you gonna run us off?
No, I don't think so.
You don't think so unless I get in your way?
Yeah, I know to get my way on that.
See how that's already browned up, delicious.
And that was just little fatty pieces. I put more of the render
Yeah.
to give it some flavor.
Now you can add a little coffee to that or a little water, and you'll steam it a little bit. Now that the fire's set on there.
I gotta let it sit on that side.
Yeah, and there's the taters a boil. And here's the green beans. You put your grease in
Not
there.
yet.
Okay. So there's that meat. See how perfectly wonderful it happened? Now Mama's going to put just a little coffee in there. The coffee will act to tenderize it even more. It'll also steam it just a bit. And then we'll put the lid on it. There you go. There you go. And we're cooking. We are cooking, aren't we, Mama? Let's see what she's up to when she thinks y'all aren't watching her.
Oh,
Everybody says, what's Mama doing over there? Right here. This is what she's doing all the time.
it'll make you think what Mama's doing over there.
Watch her.
Well,
She'll
clean
clean
it.
that up. She'll make 100 trips back and forth. That's one reason you can't hardly get in her kitchen, because she don't want you in her way. She wants a clear runway. Don't you, Mama?
I'm a move around worker.
Mama came home, slipped into her jogging pants. She said, I'm getting out of these clothes. She's been in them church clothes way too long. What did you wear this morning, Mom? It wasn't that, I remember.
It was a Christmas blouse
Yes, it was.
with snowmen and Christmas trees and a jacket that had Christmas trees.
And a turtleneck with...
Yeah, that was had the snowman and Christmas trees.
She looked like a dog. You should have seen her. back
Oh, wow, looks like a dog.
then. Don't use this flour again. I have seen people put it in the refrigerator. Once you hit wrong me, I'm not going to reuse it. Now, if you do and it works for you, you do you. That's great. But we don't. And probably there's no raw. The flour sticks to it, so it probably wouldn't hurt. I don't know. What do you think, Mama?
I just never have.
We never have. But I know some people who do put it in a bag and say save it. We don't ever. We try to just not make up too much. Is what we try to do. Don't waste too much. You know. Just do it just right. Let's see what y'all are up to. What are y'all cooking today? What's your name? Jespy. Jespy. We are fixing some round steak that I tenderized, and we are having mashed potatoes and green beans, and with the round steak we're going to put a little bit of this Campbell's mushroom gravy on top of it, and that's supper. It could be lunch too, because we didn't get lunch today. We had some things we had to do, and we usually don't do anything on Sunday except church and cook with you all, and then back to church. Or if we're not having church, we're always usually taking a break, taking a little relaxing. But today we had other things on the agenda that couldn't be helped, so we are late today. But better late than never. I was going to post that we wasn't going to make it for lunch, but where we was, I didn't have internet. So the powers that be of the internet didn't allow it. Now that coffee has steamed that. It's good. Now it's not going to taste like coffee. We didn't ruin the meat. It's going to be good. It smells. Oh, it smells so good. It really does. This Campbell's mushroom gravy, this is my first time using this in a long time. Now, they did have another one. Seems like we used once before on something, on a roast, I believe. But you can tell this is good, rich, thick gravy. It's not congealed exactly, but it's still movable. But it's very thick and rich, and I can see the mushrooms. Mama is okay with mushrooms in gravy, or if it's in, a jar or something. She's not teetotally against it. It's this, I think it's just the idea of it, I don't know. Mama, what, you don't like the flavor, or you don't like the idea of the flavor?
I just don't like mushrooms.
I just don't like them, she said.
The texture.
The texture of them.
Eating mushrooms, I don't care.
But now she'll eat them water chestnuts. I'm the one that don't like them. It's funny how we all like our
I've
different.
drained the grease off from them, and now I'm going to pour this over and let it simmer over.
Let it cook in those beautiful mushroom gravy. How's it looking?
It's brown. It's getting done.
It's getting done, she said. So what do y'all have for lunch, or what do y'all have for supper? What do y'all normally do on Sundays? Do you guys have lunch or supper? 5 o'clock or 2 o'clock or 1 o'clock? Good evening. Black-eyed peas, Judy. I like black-eyed peas. We hardly ever have them except New Year's, but I do like them. Hi from Australia. Hey, Donna, Bruce, how are you? Lynn Scott, your butcher will run it through. They will, if you ask them. Jennifer, they will. That's a good point. If you want to buy round steak, they'll run them through the tenderizer. You can skip that step if you have a butcher on duty. All stores don't. Please tell me what a peanut green is. Peanut green bean, Elaine. Peanut green bean. We've talked about them a lot on here. It's a heirloom bean. It's a bush bean. It doesn't run, but it's an heirloom bean. And all things heirloom. When you buy heirloom, normally it's not the prettiest. Heirloom tomatoes have big old ridges on them, and you'll see the heirloom, you'll know. The green beans are the same way. They're little old bitty beans. They're not big, long, beautiful beans. It takes a lot to even get a mess meaning enough for a family to eat. And Mama cans them, and when she cans them, it takes hours because they're so little, and you have to string them. But that's the heirloom. They've not been modified or messed with. They're just the bean, and they've been around for years. Our family has always used them. My uncle used to save his own seed. Mama used to save her own seed.
My daddy and mommy did.
Yeah, so probably some that we have is some my papa saved. And he's been passed for 45 years, I guess, hasn't he, Mama?
Yeah.
Or so. But those beans are, what we're used to. And they're like, if you know the terminology, if you've heard of a greasy bean or a shuck bean.
Now, shuck bean is any bean dried, so...
A shuck bean is any bean. You just put them on a string, or people will lay them out in the back window of their car or on the hood of their car and let the sun dry them. And it just takes all the moisture out of them naturally, and then you put them in, once they get good and dry, you put them in something, a jar or something. It doesn't can it. But what do you put shuck beans in? We don't do them.
You can put them in gallon Ziploc bags or any container. And you keep them usually in we always did, in the freezer. After you do that, put them in there. You can just take out what you want, wash them, and let them soak good and stuff.
Shuck bean is not a brand of bean. It's not a bean seed. Shuck means where you've dried them out, and you can do hot burners.
The peanut bean is a brownish, reddish, not red, but pinkish, and they will taste more like in between a white half runner or a green bean and a shuck bean.
Right.
They're not just real green.
They look like shuck beans when they're cooked a lot of times, because people will say, "Are those shuck beans?" No, those are peanut green beans. So that's what a peanut green bean. It's not greens, it's peanut green beans. My dad used to make Swedish meatballs with golden mushroom soup. I bet that was good, Brent. Had ribeye and mashed potatoes. That's good, Joanne. Hello from Mississippi. Hey, Nick. Good evening from South Georgia. Hey, Tricia. Freezing up. Are we freezing up? We haven't so far on our end. You love them, Betty? They are good. They're delicious. We make fresh steamed green beans a lot. I like fresh steamed green beans, the whole green beans. I buy them from Schwan sometimes in a package, and they're just the long green beans, and I saute them. They're very good. I buy them fresh at the store sometimes too. if Walmart has them in their produce or food city, I'll buy the long green beans that way as well, and they're good. Here's those rolls. I call them Sweet 16s. Y'all remember Sweet 16s. These are just Sara Lee Sweet Hawaiian rolls. Ooh, these are better than Sweet 16s. These are Hawaiian. So that's what we're having today. We're not going to forego the bread when there's gravy at hand. I mean, we do it once in a while, but we're trying to cut back on breads, white flours, and sugars. What? How can white flour and sugar taste so good?
Anything that you like, that tastes good.
I know. White flour and sugar is so good, though. For you not to get to enjoy it. But that's the way it is. Mama's getting her pretty Christmassy plates out today for us to eat. Mama, I'll go get the tea if you will sing and dance.
I'd rather have to go get the tea. I'm giving nice tea this year. Get your tea there, nice.
Yes, ma'am. She'd rather not sing and dance today. Mama's hungry. She ain't got time to fool with us. Mama, you ain't gonna talk to us?
Not much.
Not much?
No.
Because you busy?
I'm busy, girl.
And we all know when Mama's busy, she ain't chatting.
I want this food on the table.
Will you talk and act right whenever we get food?
I probably. I ain't gonna promise nothing.
This is my Tupperware potato masher. I love this crazy thing. It looks like something that you hit the side of the kettle with too hard. But it gets in there and it don't. It's wonderful. I found that I use it for all kinds of things. I use it as a big draining spoon a lot of times. If I want to drain something out, it works that way as well. Gets in the sides of these kettles. Someone always says, what are you calling a kettle, John? We know a tea kettle, and that's what we call a tea kettle. A tea kettle. This is a kettle to us. Some people call them boilers. Some people call them pots. But we call all things that look anything like this kettles.
Kettles, pans, pots, boilers, anything, as long as we get the food out.
Yeah. But we do call them kettles. There's even an old Southern saying, not quite know exactly what it means, but you can kind of figure it out. If you're going to be cooking for a bunch of people, they'll say, you'll better get the big kettle. You'll have to put the big kettle in the little kettle this time. Meaning, I guess you have all the kettles out. But I've heard that from different folks. You'll have to put the big kettle in the little kettle this time. I guess that means what you usually cook in ain't going to get it. You better get your bigger stuff out because you got a bunch coming to your house. Better put the big kettle in the little kettle this time. Or I had to put the big kettle in the little kettle. Used to have a friend that would say that all the time. And she knew Mama cooked for the whole family and stuff. And she'd say, ooh, I bet she had the big kettle in the little kettle this time. Yep, she sure did.
You don't want the peach tea. You want the regular decaffeinated.
Yeah, let's take regular. We got peach and regular Young's tea. We got one in the clear pitcher and one in the white pitcher. I don't know which one she put which this time. We love the y'all's tea. We're still drinking peach. You know, they had it Black Friday again. So everybody stock back up. I don't care if it's winter. I'll have peach tea on Christmas Day. It is seasonal, but it's so good. The raspberry is good too. Mama loves the raspberry. Sometimes we have to debate. So we want peach or raspberry? You hate to fix 3 gallons, but we have.
I do, a lot.
Mama's got it in the new pitcher that y'all's got, the clear one. Look how pretty that is. I love that new pitcher. Mama, show me your new pitcher.
Oh, here it is. Turn it around here.
And it's just as heavy and just as good a quality as the white one. We love it because it gives us another variety. We can put one in one and one in the other. We know what we got going on. Now, I'm not going to these potatoes are ready for eating right now. This is what I want them to look like when we get ready to eat them. So I'm going to put a little bit more, but I'm not going to over cream them. Just going to put a little bit more so they'll be ready in 3 minutes. See, I like this. I can clean all the way to the bottom of my kettle. Get a clean sweep. It's not as loud as the metal when you take it on the side either. Mama won't let me use that dipper for a spoon. Now I would. Mama says, no, we made it out of the kettle, but we're not gonna use the potato masher for a spoon. Don't you, Mama?
I got a spoon somewhere that's over here for you.
Let's do a flyover and show you that beautiful meat in that gravy. Look at that. That gravy did a good job, Mama.
Yeah, it's pretty.
There's them peanut green beans. See how they look a little like shuck beans if you're familiar? And there's them mashed taters. These rolls are over here. That was quick and easy. I had hammered out the meat, but Mama just started the potatoes when y'all got here, and she just, Mama, there's one napkin. I'll let you have it.
I'll get a paper towel. Go ahead and keep it.
No, I'll use a paper towel.
Oh.
No, Mama, I'm gonna use a paper towel. You always get the soft napkin.
That's sweet of you.
Say it again, Mama. You hardly ever get a chance to say I'm
That's
sweet.
sweet of you.
You hardly ever get a chance to say I'm sweet.
You're sweet.
Oh, mercy. I hope y'all had a good day. It's been rainy, overcast here today. It's been one of those days. But it's been a beautiful day anyway because we've enjoyed it. The Lord's blessed us. And what more could you ask for?
And we got to go back to church today. Everybody
We went
was
back
doing
to
it.
church.
Well, not everybody's doing it, but a lot of people. So
Went back to church. We've been out for 2 Sundays and 2 Wednesdays.
I don't. It's one Sunday, wasn't it?
No, it was 2 Sundays. But it sure did seem like a long time. Sure did seem like a long time. All right, Mama. Let's get us some meat. Did you pick you out a piece while you was frying it?
No, I didn't take time to do
This
that.
one
I just want a small little one.
This one looks tender.
Oh.
We'll come back to that in a second. Get you some green beans. Get plenty of them.
Oh, 1 spoonful.
Get a little bit more. They're green.
I don't like that green stuff as much.
You need it.
I want potatoes more.
I know. I won't have to tell you to get plenty of potatoes, will I?
No. That's your hand your plate. Right, your meat down there.
Thank you, ma'am.
You're welcome.
Here you go, Mama. I'll let you get your taters.
Whoa!
Whoa! Ain't they though, Mama?
You did a good job on that.
You gonna put your gravy on?
I don't know if I'm gonna put
On the side?
On the mushrooms. I mean the.
Oh, it's the mushroom gravy.
I think I leave them gravy for my meat.
Okay. Okay.
It's regular old gravy. I drowned them.
Well, I'll take that bullet for you there. I'll take the gravy. Now look at there, folks. It's just like downtown. That's a good supper. Dear Heavenly Father, we thank you for this wonderful meal. We thank you for these precious hands who prepared it, dear Lord. And we just ask you to watch over us, lead, guide, and direct us, Lord. And be with each and every person here gathered, dear Lord. And if there's prayer requests, dear Lord, spoken and unspoken, we just pray that you'll touch, heal, and take care of everything in your time and your will and your glory. Be with our world, be with our nation, be with our leaders. In your name we pray. Amen. All right, Mama. It's time.
I'll
Let's see how this steak.
Buy these greens first, these beans.
I'm curious to see how tender the steak came out. It's cutting great.
Mm.
Now let's see how it eats. Mmm. That's delicious.
Did it turn out good?
And it's so tender. The breading, the gravy, it's all a hit.
I use the soup a lot. But
Tell your friend we appreciate her suggestion we try that soup.
She's a good friend.
Mm-hmm. Now that's delicious, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
That's a wonderful Southern Sunday supper. We hope to be back on regular programming time with lunch next week.
We don't promise nothing.
We don't promise nothing. But not just so that we'll be on our regular schedule, but because it's been a long day since breakfast.
Well, it kind of has, hasn't it?
At first, it was like, well, we'll wait. It won't be that much longer. We'll be home.
Well, it was, though.
And then it was. And it was like, well, we can't eat now. You eat now, you won't have no supper. So we got into that time warp where you can't eat until it's the next meal time now. You've done overstayed your lunchtime. Mama, you have anything you want to add?
No, I don't think so.
Somebody sent us a joke, Mama. It didn't have a name on it. It just said for John only. So I sent it in the cards, and I said I'll use this one. So hey, Mom.
Oh, what? What is it?
What kind of dance do snowmen attend?
A snowball dance.
You got it, Mama. She did good. Hello, John and Mama from Fergus Falls, Minnesota. Well, hello, Cherry. Or is it Sherry? C-H-E-R-I. Sherry, I guess. Guess I will catch the replay later. That meal looks delicious. Well, thank you, Miss Jan. Merry Christmas, William. Hey, Leslie.
Merry Christmas.
Looks so tasty. It is tasty. It's very good. I don't eat mushrooms, but if I was there, I would eat it. But that looks so. Well, there you go, Casey. You could eat with Mama. Mama says she'll pick them out if she don't like them.
Well, they're not bad on here, and they're not big chunks of mushrooms.
And they don't taste bad at all.
No, it's
They're
got a
delicious.
good flavor.
So she's just going to eat them. We may turn her into a mushroom eater, too.
No, we won't.
We turned her into a grit eater. You already seen her eating those grits this morning.
I'll have to say they were good.
She has to say it because she ate them like this good.
They had a good flavor.
They really did.
But they're not healthy for you, though.
Mama, they are healthy. It's what you put on them that's not healthy.
I put butter and sugar on them.
That's the part that gets us in trouble. If we just eat the grits, they wouldn't be bad for
If
you.
I just eat them with pepper and butter, it might not be as bad.
See how much friendlier she is now that she ain't cooking? Mama, thank them for the 175.
Oh, yes, I really do think them.
Now that matches your age.
I know it. I ain't 175.
No, but the 75 part's what we were going for Christmas.
Yeah.
So what's your next go, Mama? 200?
200.
Can y'all do
I'll
that for
never
Christmas?
see 100, but
Oh, Mama, you might see more than that. You may be on the Today Show or whatever, where they put the people.
The old people.
Well, they reach 100. That's
Well,
a
they
nice
might
one.
put me on there now, as old as I am.
So I guess our next go will be 200,000. We'll try to take a picture of that. So we appreciate you. Like us, follow us, and share us. And you people check and make sure you're following. Some of our people who've been on here for a long time, I found where it was asking me to invite them. I went and checked and they weren't following. So I said, hey, I said, we have been following. So just check and make sure you're still following because they update, they change sometimes.
And then those fake fan groups or whatever they're called, gets on there and you think they're...
Right, you may think you're fine. It's not recipes, it's not fans, it's just Coffee Time with John and Mama. Theirs, last time I seen it, had 15,000. So see if you 15,000 would come off that page and come over to ours, which you may be on both and don't realize it. But it's not, they don't take you all off. It's the updates that Facebook does. Sometimes it drops people. So just make sure you're following. Go over to Coffee Time with John and Mama. Like, follow, and share. We appreciate it so much. You all are so wonderful. And Lord willing, we'll see you tomorrow. Who knows? We might cook again. So y'all have a blessed evening. Sit back, relax, and enjoy.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, pray for the folks with the tornadoes.
Oh, yes.
That came through. It was nowhere near us. We had storms last night.
Yeah.
But it was nowhere near. Some of y'all have asked, and we appreciate you for asking. But there was some that really, did have tornadoes in their area last night. It's not normal for December, but it did.
The thunder was really loud here and bad.
We had some bad storms last night, but nothing like a tornado. No. So do remember those folks, and just keep them in your prayers. So we're going to say
good night, Mama, and God bless you all. Have a wonderful night.
Y'all have a good one. Bye-bye.